Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Please reach out to me directly for pricing. Email me at tmosso@thewatchbox.com. Today, we're discussing a lovely model originally released for 2015. This is the Cartier Cle de Cartier. The Cle is a watch that in many regards takes up where the Ballon Bleu left off, rethinking the crown architecture and the case design of mainstream Cartier luxury watches. The timepiece is remarkable in several regards, and we're going to get to all those details after the basic fit because it's not quite a round watch. It's more of a tonneau case, 40 millimeters across, not including the Cle. You would conventionally describe this as a 40 millimeter watch. The thing is, it's only 44.3 millimeters from lug tip to lug tip, which means though it's a 40, it wears like a 36 millimeter Rolex Datejust, and then it is only 10.8 millimeters thick, so it's quite slim with a spacing of 19 millimeters between the lugs, which is a little bit of a vintage sizing. So this watch is difficult to categorize in some regards, somewhere between a tonneau and a round case, and it wears very nicely on a small wrist. Of course, my wrist, 16 centimeters in circumference. You can see the watch's lugs come nowhere near the edge of my wrist. You can see that from over the top as well. And it's a great match for a wrist as small as 13.5 centimeters circumference. It really is quite compact, easily fitting underneath the cuff. It is a dress watch and a great one, so you'll have no problem with tight sleeves. Taking a quick look at the hardware and the software, you can see that the watch has lugs that are deliberately drilled quite close to the case, and there's a bit of a recess in the flank of the case that allows that close drilling so that you have a very integrated look with minimal daylight showing between case and strap. You also have excellent ergonomics. If you do have that super small wrist and you have to pull the strap down all the way, it will flex all the way down and pivot because that little revetment or recess, you can move the strap with absolutely no impingement. Now the strap itself is a bit of a reddish brown, and you can see that it has large rectangular scale alligator leather with a semi-gloss finish. There is a folded edge, there's a monotone stitch, and then it's bolstered a little bit to give it some solidity and luxurious volume. It thins out, and you can see the underside is calfskin, the top is gator. It becomes more flexible as you approach the clasp. Now the clasp itself is based on Louis Cartier's 1909 design, which was the original deployant clasp for a wristwatch. You can see the way it works is that it has the folding element, the single fold, and then it actually crimps the strap. Rather than stick a pin through the strap to hold it in place, it uses a crimping system, so you can take in or take out length. And as you can see, there are no holes in the strap as a result because there is no pin buckle built into this deployant. One of my favorite features of this watch is that it is a monoblock case. You can see that the bezel and the case are all of one piece, so everything loads through the back of the watch, the dial as well as the movement. And on the top, you have a completely seamless hull. You have this swell or domed profile that abuts the sapphire. Note how the sapphire is dramatically domed, and then there's a little bit of a downslope to this rolled and domed bezel. It's an unusual look. There's some fluting in the mid case to add definition, and then very short lug profiles. Everything's of high polish in rose gold, and you can see the signature Cle de Cartier. The Cle, or the key en français, is essentially just a conventional crown with a different profile that better integrates into the case band. It uses a blue spindle, and then it has conventional operation where you can wind it in the first position. You could pull it out 2 positions, and now you activate hacking or stop seconds. And I'm going to see if we're in the date change danger zone here before I go into the quick set mode, which the watch also has. You can see it has that stop seconds mode, so you can hold the seconds and set the watch precisely to a reference time. You also have the ability, if you wish, to use the quick set mechanism to change the date down at 6 o'clock. Now the watch uses a silver dial that has a rosette pattern on the center. It's a sort of stamped guilloche, and then blue lacquered numerals as well as indices on a opaline or satin finished metallic base that forms the hour track, and then we have a sort of concentric stamped guilloche underneath the minutes and seconds track outboard. The hands are extended. They're very narrow, but they are broadsword rather than pure baton, and then we have a lancet style counterweighted seconds hand. Turn it all over and we have the Cartier manufactured caliber MC 1847, the year that Cartier was founded. It's a in-house movement, and it's an automatic winder that's basically a drop-in replacement for an ETA 2892882. So automatic winding, 42-hour power reserve, stop seconds, quick set date, 23 joules. It beats away at 28,800 vibrations per hour, and you can see it uses Edicron, so it can be adjusted quite precisely. It is a simple but high-grade movement that is a proven good timekeeper. All of this water-resistant down to 30 meters. Reach out to Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details of this Cartier Cle de Cartier.